beautiful humans. This is Blythe Langford, your personal freedom coach. And tonight I want to talk about confidence. Confidence is killer. So I want to talk to you simply about what my clients, I've had a few discovery calls this week. That's like people that I'm potentially taking on. And I just wanted to talk to you about how confidence is killer and how it is the killer of your joy potentially and the killer of getting you to where you need to be. Because people don't actually realize how it is generally their confidence in themselves, in their lives, in their own discernment, in their own abilities that is actually preventing them from living the life that they absolutely freaking love, from living in a body that they absolutely adore, from having relationships that light their heart up. So that's what I really wanted to talk to you about tonight, because it is the killer of joy and really prevents people from living their extreme bliss and happiness at all times, is a confidence that they're not feeling worthy and that they are unlovable. And I really see this not only in my own clients, but literally as a reflection in the world at the moment, and especially in our country, in Australia. People don't even have the confidence to stand up for their own rights, let alone stand up for the things that are on their heart the most. Literally are just so programmed into a way of being that we actually forget that there is a life there for us that is fucking limitless. And we've just forgotten how to harness our own confidence and our own gifts and abilities. So I just wanted to drop in and give you some top tips of mine that hopefully will help you build your confidence and your self-esteem so that you can live in joy, in bliss, in love with yourself and in love with your life. And if you're watching this on Instagram, just look at my post from one of my clients today, blowing up in just like love and joy. So it's just, really awesome. Amy, you're freaking amazing. So top tip number 1 is positive self-talk. So we all have an evil saboteur in our mind that tries to trick us and tell us that we're shit at everything, that we look terrible, that we're unworthy of love, that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, pretty enough, tall enough, short enough, skinny enough, big enough, whatever it is our saboteur literally just trying to crush every moment of joy and just keep us comfortable so that we don't step outside our comfort zone. We don't stretch ourselves. We don't do anything out of the normal, so that we are safe in that very moment and we won't be rejected by anybody that's around us. We won't have to start anything new. So literally positive self-talk is what can change your life in a heartbeat. And literally when you first start trying it out, you might feel freaking crazy, like legit. You've had this voice in your head for ages saying, you can't do that. You're not good enough to do that. Oh my gosh, is that person looking at us? Oh my gosh, I have to, like all of those things. Oh my gosh, my body's not big, like my body's not good enough. Oh my gosh, do I look fat in this? Oh my gosh, I'm too skinny. Oh my gosh, I don't have big enough ass. Oh my gosh, I don't have big enough boobs. Oh, like all of the things, right? Like that is literally your negative self-talk, which isn't even you. Those voices in your head are not even you. They're programs that have been instilled in you through society. So when you can actually feel a little bit crazy at first and just start to go, you know what? I'm going to test this out. I'm going to do what that chick said, and I'm actually going to feel like a crazy person and start to put new thoughts in my mind. So literally start to talk to myself internally. So you'll still have this voice going on and you'll feel like you're faking it, but actually start talking to yourself and really be like, no, you know what? I don't believe that. Or you know what? I'm going to actually think this thought. Or you know what? You're trying to kill my joy, motherfucker. I'm actually going to feel happy right now. And if I was to feel happy right now, what would that feel like? And literally just feel it. Go and celebrate that you've actually consciously switched from one thought to the other thought, right? Like that in itself is like freaking huge. Celebrate that, right? Like literally celebrate yourself Celebrate yourself in every moment that you can, and then you'll just continually grow and expand your container of joy and what you can actually receive in that you really actually want. Because people will be like, I don't know why I'm like not getting all of my things, you know. I keep on putting out there, like attracting the right things, putting the things out there, like I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And yet they're just like mentally masturbating and beating themselves up with negative self-talk over and over and over and over again. We are our harshest critic, but our harshest critic isn't even us. So just take control of that bitch and like just put new thoughts in, and you will literally change the game of your life forever. Oh my gosh, this is like my most favoriteest thing when my clients get this, and actually like we've got tools that we use to make sure that they do this over and over and over again throughout the day. Literally like their life becomes bliss and joy, and their confidence is completely different. They can go from being completely introverted and really closed off and really concerned about other people's judgments of them to literally falling in love with themselves. And once they are able to get that negative saboteur, see it for what it exactly is, and have mental clarity, then their gifts and abilities and ease and flow and love for themselves and their life and their new purpose generally just tends to flow straight in. So that would be my tip number 1, positive self-talk. Tip number 2, breathe. So simple, breathe regularly. And a lot of people will be like, I breathe all the time. What are you fucking talking about, you crazy woman? Actually take the time to have conscious breath throughout your day will change your life, because those thoughts are in there because a lot of the time, most of us, we are addicted to adrenaline, right? That's why adrenochrome's blowing up at the moment, because we are literally addicted to adrenaline. So when we can actually use the breath to calm ourselves down and put our parasympathetic nervous system into a relaxed state, then we can get more oxygen to our brain, and then that saboteur is not fed with adrenaline, right? So just breathe a whole lot more so that you can literally switch over into the green healing zone, and it literally heals not only your body but your mind as well, so that you can just come from such a conscious place rather than a reactive place. So I encourage everybody I speak to in the whole entire world, do breath work as soon as you wake up. Like if you don't need to do a wee in the morning before you get out of bed, stay in bed and practice breath work. Just breathe, even if it's just for 1 minute. You start off with 1 minute. That's better than 0. And then like when you're like nailed the 1 minute, maybe go up to 2 minutes. That is freaking epic, right? Like congratulations for taking that time for yourself. And then at the end of the day, if you're feeling anxious again, then do that before you go to bed. Start off with 1 simple minute of just the slowest breath in through the nose, out through the mouth that you can. And that will relax the mind and the body, right? So just in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax, relax, relax. Because the more that you relax, the more that you'll actually be able to get out of your head and drop into your heart. And you know, like those times when you're just in nature and you're just like, I'm just in, like you have no internal dialogue because you're just in love. Like that's what we want to get you at. Like we want to get the hormones releasing that you actually want to live in. You don't want to live in an adrenalized state, right? We don't want your adrenal glands we don't want you in adrenal fatigue, right? We want to oxytocin and dopamine and serotonin like to be more equalized and beautiful and harmonious within your brain so that you can feel more love in your life, right? So if you start your day with breath work with like, you know, serotonin and dopamine and oxytocin like all working in flow and harmony, like hello, you start off your day with bliss. Like choose bliss rather than straight away getting on your phone, seeing what you need to do. Like that's adrenaline, and that puts you into a state of like stress, fight or flight, blah, 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 like all that feeling that we don't love feeling. We're addicted to it, and we're subconsciously addicted to it, and we don't even realize that we're subconsciously addicted to it. But if we can get before the adrenaline like kick, then we can actually be in more states of relaxation and clarity, a lot of mental clarity. So huge one, breathe. And if you're having a moment of anxiety, then just like hold your breath for a long time, allow the neuropathways to like shut down for a bit. And then as soon as you like can't hold your breath anymore, then breathe, then the oxygen just goes straight to like all other parts of your brain that were not functioning correctly. That's why you get the anxiety, the depression, all those sort of things come up. So breathe, 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 breathe. And then do one thing. So that's 2 tips. Third tip, do something in your day that stretches you a little bit. Like whether it be, you know, talk to a stranger, give somebody a compliment, go and do something great for another person, or call somebody on the phone and just like shower them with a bit of love, or send somebody a beautiful text. Whatever it is that's going to stretch you a little bit, but actually be in service for somebody else, do that. There is nothing better, like we're humans, right? There is nothing better than allowing somebody the ability to feel amazing, but not wanting anything in return. So make sure you're doing it without wanting anything in return. Just the simple gift of giving. It's like the best, right? Like, so that will also build your confidence, because you are literally giving to somebody else without wanting anything in return, and you're just practicing being a great human, which literally will make you feel a lot more confident. So highly recommend that. Even if you're like, it's not about the money or anything like that, but it's about sharing what's real on the inside, because you might look at a person and you won't even say anything, yet they're stunning. Or you might be like, you are the loveliest person, or you've got the most beautiful smile, or I love that thing of, I love this about you, I love that about you. But we don't even say it because we're not confident enough in ourselves that that person's gonna be like, oh, you're weird, why are you saying that? They're gonna judge us, da 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 da. So just start practicing being confident by saying beautiful things to other people, and watch your heart explode and the other person's heart explode, so it literally changes your experience of life. There is nothing better than allowing the other person the ability to be showered in your love, just for no other reason than you're a beautiful person. So just give it a go. Another great thing is for building confidence is putting yourself in places that you feel uncomfortable. And now this might seem like the polar opposite of what you should do, but if you set an intention that you want to start feeling more confident, and you put yourself in situations that you wouldn't necessarily be in, but you have the intention that I'm going to put myself in this situation because I want to grow, or I want to feel more happiness, or I want to feel more joy, I want to connect to more people. So put yourself in places that you feel uncomfortable, and have an intention before you go. That is the most important thing, because there is nothing worse than putting yourself in an uncomfortable environment and not having any intention around it, right? Then it's just like, I feel fucking uncomfortable. Why am I here? What the fuck am I doing? Right? So have an intention that you want to feel whatever it is. Like for me, it's like, well, I'm a pretty confident person, but like it'd be back in the day, it'd be like, okay, I want to put myself in these situations so that I can, really express from my heart, so that I can learn to speak more authentically from my soul rather than my personality. Whatever it is that resonates with you, start doing that and stretching yourself. Or it might be putting yourself in a situation that you'd normally go into and you'd be quite reactive. Go in there with an intention to, you know what, I'm going to rock up and be with my mum even though she's a fucking bitch, but I'm going to go in there with the intention to actually listen to her, to fully hear her and try and understand it from her point of view. Because when you can do that, like unconditional listening rather than judgmental listening, game changer. Your relationships will literally change. Whether it might be a partner, you know, like your partner's pissed you off, and go in there and hear it from his point of view rather than being super reactive and hearing what you want to hear, right? It is a game changer for relationships, and it will help build your confidence in that relationship rather than being a victim all the time. And that's what we want. We don't want you to like be in a relationship where you're constantly being a victim, or you're codependent. You're dependent on their happiness for you to feel joy. You're dependent on them giving you compliments to feel joy. Instead, give for the sake of giving and see what happens for your confidence and also what happens in that relationship. Game changer. So that would be another one. And then the last one I'm going to put out there, because this is the work that I do. I see so many people come to me and they just don't have confidence even with their own, tuning in with their own discernment, or what it is that they really want to do, or their life purpose, or any of those things. They're just a little bit out of alignment with what's really true and what's really present for them. Like I see a lot of people come to me, they're like, I've got all these skills, I'm going to upskill in this, I'm going to do 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 more, da, 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 da. When they've got so much that they've already achieved, they just don't have the confidence to really step in and do what they know their soul is calling them to do, or to actually see the blind spots that are keeping them, keeping their life purpose away from them. So the best thing that you can do is have somebody support you who is completely unbiased, who will hold you to your highest, right? So that they will be fully accountable for you, not for your fucking stories, but for your heart, not for your wounded ego, but for your heart, your soul mission, not for the things that are keeping you stuck and miserable and in the place that you're in, but they will literally be able to see you in your highest and see the vision that you have for yourself, if it's there, or they see the visions that are possible for you in this life, and they help give you a roadmap to get there. Because, like, I see a lot of people who, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to, I'm not going to get a coach. I'm just going to read off the internet and all the things that I can do, and then I'm just going to apply them to myself, and I'm just going to do this. I see these people not actually ever stepping, well, not all of them, but a lot of people not actually having the confidence to step in and do, get what they want back in life. Sometimes the biggest, whatever it is that you're lacking most in life, like some people it might be deep, profound love. It might be time. It might be finances. So these are generally the things that it is, right? So whatever it is that you're lacking in life, and that's what's stopping you from potentially getting a coach, then that's what you need to step into. Like it might be, I don't have the time to like invest in myself and like literally spend that time on a coach. It's like, well, where else is this showing up for you in your life? How are you not showing up for yourself and not getting the rewards that you want in your life? Because that is something that is very common. It's like, oh yeah, well, I do all these things and I've got all the money and I've got all the things. It's like, and how happy are you? Are you really doing the work? Like, are you really taking any time for self-care, for self-nourishment, for stillness, to actually know what your true purpose here is? Because the money doesn't buy happiness. I know, I've been there. I've had multi-million-dollar businesses. The money doesn't buy happiness. It's doing the internal work that actually provides the happiness. You could have superficial happiness. You could have the car, the boat, the house, all of the things, yet you're feeling freaking like you know that there's so much more for you here to do, like here on this planet. So that does not buy you that. So literally somebody that can help you hold you to your highest and figure out what else is there for you is huge. Or it might be finances. I can't afford to work with a coach. Like I have a lot of people reach out to me. They're like, I can't afford to work with a coach. I can't afford to da-da-da. It's like the first thing that they might say. It's like, how do you know? Like, how do you know you actually can't afford to work with a coach if you've never actually even asked how much it's going to be, or what the packages are that you have, or, like you're already shutting yourself off to what's possible for you. So have confidence that things can show up like you have never imagined. For example, like I have people that'll be like, oh, I really want to work with you, but I don't have the money. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's open a container mentally and see if you doing maybe a few little practices over the next week will open up your ability to receive and see what flows through. And a lot of the time people will come back and be like, hey, I had this thing where this money just showed up. It's freaking weird. I'm like, is it weird? Because once we open our container to receive, more can literally flow in. So I just wanted to put that out there, because if there is something that's stopping you from working with somebody else to enhance your life, to figure out your soul mission, to help you build the confidence to step into the life of your dreams, then that is your work that you get to work on, because that is the most important piece that will help you get to where you want to be. So don't sell yourself short. Don't cut it off before it's even started. Like literally go, fuck, I really want to work with, like for example, somebody might say to me, I really want to work with you. I don't know, I don't have the money. How can we figure this out? And we figure it out. Or it might be like, I really want to work with you, but I don't have the time in my life to work with you. And it's like, okay, cool. Let's see how we can figure that out. And I don't take on many clients, but I'm just saying, if this is something that's preventing you from stepping in and working with somebody that can actually help you have a greater experience of life, why would you not just have a phone call and express what's going on? Confidence, So step in and practice. All confidence is a practice of stepping in constantly and trying and doing the different things. Once you build that container of practice, then you can start to master it. Really master confidence and the ability to step into all the things that you want to do, right? So I hope that helps a bit with confidence and how it can literally change your life by doing a few different little things. Remember, first step is positive self-talk. Control that motherfucker. Control that nasty motherfucker in your head. Like, just positive self-talk. Be kind to yourself. Remind yourself that in each and every moment, you're doing your best. You could be like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. You are doing your best in that moment. So just own it, love it, and freaking approve of yourself. God damn it. Not enough people are actually approving of themselves. Like, just approve of yourself. Approve of yourself exactly as you are right now. And if you struggle with that, reach out to somebody who can help you, because I know it took me quite a long time to fall in love with myself. Like, I can show up after a facial with my face looking like shit, with my hair not being brushed for like fucking, I don't even know, like for ages on social media, and I don't give a fuck because I am radically in love with myself, right? Not up myself, that's completely different, but I am radically in love with myself and I fucking own that, and I help other people do that. So do that. Step number 2, breath work. Remember to breathe. It will literally oxygenate your brain and help to dissolve your self-sabotager that is in your head so that you can think clearer. And when you can think clearly, you can be more confident. So breath work as soon as you get up in the morning so that you can be in bliss. Like, allow yourself to have like a mental orgasm in the morning before you even left home. Like, best day ever, right? Try it. It's really good. Have some on my YouTube channel, Upgrade with Blythe Langford. Try it. Step number 3. Oh my gosh, I should have written them down because I thought I just came up with them. I was winging it. But just go back to the beginning and watch the beginning and then see what the steps are, because they were freaking great. But step number 3, well, there was, I forgot. Oh yeah, I really actually, completely forgot because I was so in the moment talking about other shit. I shouldn't have gone back and said that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So go back and watch the beginning of the steps. Get somebody to support you. Build your container of what you're willing to receive, what you're able to receive. Oh yes, I remember what step 3 was. Do something good for somebody else. Like, give for the point of giving, like without needing anything in return. Like, we're not whore trading, right? We're not being a prostitute in that moment. We're not giving because we want something back. It's whore trading, right? Like, we're not doing that. We're literally giving because we just want the other person to be able to receive a beautiful gift. So just give without the need to receive, right? It'll literally change your motherfucking life. Literally such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful practice, whether it be with your partner, relationship, all of the things, it doesn't matter. Just give for the sake of giving. And whatever the other ones were, listen to them at the beginning. They were really good tips. So go back in and have a little look. I hope that has helped you build some confidence, and just know that you're amazing. Just remind yourself that you are perfect in each and every moment. However you have showed up is perfect. You are having a perfect human experience. And guess what? You're human. So you're meant to make mistakes, because mistakes are the way that you learn and grow. So get uncomfortable, stretch yourself, stretch your container to what you can receive, and your life will never be the same again. Approve of yourself in every moment. Love on yourself. Do something great for your body each and every day so that you can be the greatest expression of yourself. And radically listen to other people rather than having your own interpretation of what it is that they're saying. Just allow yourself and that person the opportunity to really hear them, to really see them, to be present in that moment so that they can have a full experience. A lot of arguments and all of those things happen because people aren't actually really listening to each other. They've got their own internal dialogue of what the other person is saying. Just listen to what the person's saying. And if you're an asshole and you expect the other person to be a mind reader, stop being a jerk. Like, stop being a jerk. I've had this happen quite a lot. They're like, why aren't you reading my mind? I'm like, because it's not my space to go in there. If you ask me, I will. But I will not go into anybody else's mind unless I'm given permission first. And it should be like that for you. If you want somebody to read your mind, just tell them, I want you to read my mind right now. I'm telling you the opposite of what I actually want. So just read my mind. Can you see how confusing that might be for somebody? So literally, Have the confidence to express clearly what is on your heart and what you need in that moment. And not from your wounded ego, but from your soul. So what I mean by that is when you're expressing to somebody like, fuck, I'm just fucking angry, da 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 da, like this is what I need. I need you to just like do this for me all the time because it makes me feel this way and it's all your fault, da da da. Instead, be like an adult and accountable for your own emotions, because nobody can make you feel a certain way if you are strong on the inside. If you are weak on the inside and you don't have any confidence and self-discernment and love for yourself, then your external world rules you. So if you can look after yourself from the inside out by doing those things like that will build your confidence that I mentioned before, then you are a strong container. And it doesn't matter what is happening in our external, you can handle it, you can manage it with ease and love and still feel great about yourself. Like, I want to relate this back to the world situation. This is great hair. I want to relate this back to the world situation that is at hand. Well, in our country, in Australia, right? A whole state has been locked down. They have been told that they're allowed out 1 hour a day. In other places, it's 1 hour a week. They have been told what they can and can't do. How they're going to breathe has to be through a mask. Like, think about that. You can only breathe through a mask. Really? Because that seems to be like a little bit of a war crime you're committing by asking me to do that. You need to give all your personal information. You need to get a jab. You need to do this. All motherfucking war crimes, guys. Like, if we were a confident nation, like, let's say, Lebanon or Germany, we would be out in the streets protesting and be like, you think you're going to lock me in my house and you're telling me how to breathe, how to live, what I can and can't stick out of my body? I can't even go and see my grandmother who's dying in hospital? Motherfucker, no, right? Like, if we were a confident nation, this would not be an issue. But because we are not confident, we have given up all of our rights to people who don't even care about us, who don't even know our name, who we are just a number who creates money for them. If we realized that it was just our lack of worth, our addiction to adrenaline, that's why we're obsessed with like fear and media and all the things. Oh my gosh, got to do all the things. It's actually adrenaline that we're addicted to. If we realized that we were just lacking in confidence and we weren't looking after ourselves and we couldn't discern things and we were addicted to, we were just addicts to adrenaline, then paradigm shift. It'd be like, yeah, motherfuckers, you're our public servants. You're not serving us, we're the public. You know what? You're out. You're kicked out. It's happened already across the world in other countries. But Australia, we're just filled of, like, we're pussies. Australians, we're pussies. We are not confident enough in ourselves to actually discern truth and to stand up for our truth. Like, I was speaking to somebody today and he's like, I'm just going to stay inside for the next, like somebody in Melbourne. I love you. I'm just going to stay inside for the next 6 weeks and then, like, you know, this should all blow over by then. I'm like, how did that work for you last time? You know, like, really? It didn't work already. Like, what do you think they're waiting for? They're waiting for you to step up or to step out. And at the moment, Melbourne, you've stepped out. So, like, step up, people, so that you can get your state back. Have some confidence in yourself. Go back to the 5 steps that I said before, because they will change your motherfucking life. And do it with community. Find your community. Like, Melbourneites, you should get together and, like, stand up in the streets. Don't let anybody tell you how you're allowed to breathe, how you're allowed to leave your house. Like, you are literally a prisoner right now in your own environment. A prisoner by choice. You know? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's legit crazy, right? Like, legit crazy. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you. Gone on many tangents, as always, because this is the work that I do. I go on tangents. It's just how it is. So I just wanted to say a big hello to all of you amazing humans. Be confident, be discerning, do some inner work on yourself, and know that whatever your message is here to share, get it out there. Get it out there. Start sharing on social media. Start stretching yourself. Get uncomfortable. Do a Facebook Live. People are like, I can't do a Facebook Live. It's like, why can't you let people see you? Just allow people to see you whilst you're speaking your truth. And if you find it very hard to speak your truth, it's a great way to start speaking your truth. Get on a Facebook Live. Like, people are finding it really easy to share other people's information, but nobody's actually there just talking, you know? Like, talk. What is it that you want? This is what I want. This is what, whatever it is on your mind. Share a beautiful sunset. Share your kids, whatever they're, maybe not kids, it's not a good time for kids, right? But share your, whatever it is. Just practice the confidence. Practice knowing that you are worthy in every single moment. Practice self-love. Practice getting your voice out there so that when it comes time that you need to stand up, that you're ready, that you've done some deep inner work and you've been building the body and the container so that you can receive so much more, so that you can give so much more as well. Because who knows, the lockdowns might come to your state and they might never end. And the only thing you got to do is get outside and say no. Literally, that could be as simple as it is. So just get outside and say no, and find other people that don't agree with what's happening as well, and all stand up and say no together, right? So I'm going to end this one and I'm going to come on to this one. But yeah, this is a really important time, guys, to really be working on confidence. That's why I'm sharing this, because we all need more confidence. Maybe not me, but we all need more confidence. Literally, we all need radical self-love and more confidence. So we can speak our truth, so that we can support our families through anything, so that we can be the change that we want to see in the world, so that we can say, no, I don't agree with this. No, that's not okay. No, you can't take away my freedom. No, you can't take away my house. No, you can't take away my children. Because I don't know if you've watched, I'm going to end this one. I love you. Blythe Langford, personal freedom coach. Get in touch. This is what I do. I'm here to support you, to help you have the confidence to do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. Because you are an amazing human. Literally, the medicine that you have inside of you, people are waiting for it. They are waiting for you to step up into your personal power so that you can help them transform their life. Because there is nothing better than helping people shift their mind and being there in service for their soul so that they can have the biggest shifts of their life. There is nothing better. Let me tell you, it is the best work. I love freaking doing it. And if you're ready to step into your own personal power and your own business and all of those things, your own wealth, your abundance, and your own radical self-love, then freaking reach out. There is no point for you to not live like that. No point for you to not live like that. And if you've got some blockages, that's okay. You're meant to. It's not meant to be a freaking easy stream that you run down and it's oh, now I'm just going to go and heal myself without having to make any sacrifices. No, you're a human. And if it was that easy, you wouldn't really invest your energy in it. It needs to be a little bit difficult, a little bit of a stretch, or a lot of a stretch. Depends. If you want a little bit of growth, then you'll put a little bit of sacrifice in. If you want a lot of growth, and if you want a lot of radical self-love, and if you want to set up your business, and if you want to be on your life purpose, whatever it is, then you need to stretch a bit more, and it will be more uncomfortable. And that's okay, because that's how you build the container so that you can get exactly what you want. That's how this shit works, right? Life is a reflection. So reflect outwards what is inwards. That's what's happening. So reflect the greatest parts of you, rather than the parts that are living in scarcity and lack. Instagram people, I love you. So I'm going to stay on Facebook because I just love talking. So that is literally the most important thing, is growing your confidence, and it is so needed now more than ever. You guys know this. A lot of the people on here on my Facebook feed are really amazing people that are supporting amazing things, doing great things, getting messages out there, all of those sort of things, yet they're not fully confident in their own skin, in who they are, to express their own voice and their own feelings and emotions and their own opinions that would have the biggest impact on their communities. Because it is amazing to start sharing other people's stuff, but you know what's even more amazing? To start sharing your own voice. That is a game changer in your life. That's when you can start fully expressing who you are. So if there is something in you that is saying, I can't fully express who I am, look at that. That's you not being fully self-expressed. And we want you to be fully, radically self-expressed in every moment. You don't need to hide who you are anymore. You don't need to hide any part of you. If lockdown has taught me something, it's that well, I learned this a long time ago, but what is most important right now during lockdown is that we are all radically self-expressed. Also, definitely like do your research before you start going and talking some shit, but express from your heart, express from the vision of what you want to see in the world, rather than being in this paradigm of this frequency where it's a little bit flat and gross. Like, what is it that you want in the world? What is it that you want to see? What is the vision that you hold in your heart? You know, like what's out there for the world that people are missing, that you have seen, the medicine that's on your heart, the wishes and the hopes and the dreams that are there for you. Like, people need to hear that from you, right? So do the work, get your confidence up, and share your light, share your darkness. People grow through everything, right? So people be like, well, I'm having a sad day, I can't express like this, da da da. It's like, yes, you can, because that will help somebody else get out of their hole. What do you do about it? You went and expressed openly on a social media platform and built your confidence? Fuck. Bravo. That is fucking what 99% of the world aren't doing. Like, own your strength and who you are, and own your radical weirdness. Like, just do it, you know? Like, that is what other people need, so that we can all stop being fake, superficial wankers and literally live from our heart and honor each other as we show up, so that we don't need to put on a fake face. We don't need to do all of our hair and makeup and all of those things. Yeah, they're great at sometimes, totally. But sometimes you just want to show up in your PJs after you've had a facial looking like a bag of shit, and know that other people will accept you the way that you are, right? Or you don't even have that thought. Like, I don't even have that thought. It's like, this is just how it is. I don't even know. I didn't notice until I put the screen up. Like, oh yeah, there's a lot going on in there right now. And it's perfect, because this is what an empowered woman looks like. An empowered woman isn't somebody that spends 8 hours in the gym, that needs to do their hair and makeup and train for 4 months before they actually go and express. An empowered person is somebody that can show up when they're looking like what other people would consider a bag of dicks, and actually express from a place of love and care, and hopefully empower other people. That's what an empowered person is. So a lot of where we're at the moment is disempowering people. So show up as your fullest expression. Show up in the places where you feel uncomfortable, whether it be on social media without makeup, whether it be at your workplace speaking your truth. Show up radically self-expressed in your truth. People love truth. Now more than ever, when there is so much fakery going on, all we want is the truth. Just tell us the truth, right? Now is that time where you get to express your truth, but also it's very important for you to go in and do the deep inner work, because there is no other person on this world. I don't even care if you've got an identical twin. There is no two people on this planet that think the exact same thoughts at the exact same time. Let me say that again. Even identical twins don't have the same thoughts at the exact same time. So don't look externally for your truth. You need to develop it from within. And like I said before, breath work, I didn't say this, getting in nature, controlling your own brain. We are so programmed to think a certain way, and it is not serving anybody. That's why people are in their house with breathing, things constricting their breathing over their face. Like, it is ridiculous, the world we live in, and we are allowing it. So get your confidence back, speak your truth, start speaking out. We are literally in a war. I don't know if the 4 bombs that went off like over the last few days have allowed you to see that we were actually in a war. Then, like, it couldn't be more obvious right now. Like, right? It could not be more obvious. And if you think, oh, it's an accident, you know, Beirut, China, Iran, what was the other one? I can't remember right now. But like 4 countries had like blow-ups. That is not an accident. We are literally in a war right now, yet it's a really soft one, just with a lot of propaganda to make us do certain things, right? So just have discernment, know what's your own truth, and mainstream media is a whole lot of shit. If you're still watching mainstream media, what's wrong with you? Just, can you please put in the notes I'm watching, or please DM me and tell me why you are watching mainstream news. I won't be an asshole. I'm just fascinated. I know my family do, and they always tell me to shut up and that I'm crazy. And I'm just like, dude, what the actual fuck? Like, we all read the history books where in Hitler's war, there was propaganda all over the media, and we know that. Yet we're in a war right now and we're watching the media. Like, it makes no sense. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. So have some strength, do your deep inner work, and reach out and get a coach who can help you through your process so that you can build the confidence, build the body, build the mind, build the, like, connecting with your soul, connecting with your love, connecting with your happiness. It's all within you already. Your mind is simply blocking you. Your programs are simply blocking you from what is possible for you in this reality, because you are limitless, legit limitless. There is no limitations to what you can create, except the limitations that you put on yourself, right? Like, I don't care if you're broke as fuck. There is no limitations. I literally was a hairdresser, sweeping hair as a teenager, growing up, working 3 jobs so that I could save up and do all of the things that I wanted to do. Nothing is impossible if you have the desire, right? So reach out to people that are killing it. Maybe not the right word right now. Reach out to the people that are living the life, that are expressing the way that you want to express, the people that are sharing how you wish you could share, or their message hits your heart and goes, damn, I wish I could afford that. I wish I could afford the time to do that. I wish I could afford the money to do that. Oh, I wish I could afford the time to reach out to that person. Oh, I wish I had the confidence to reach out to that person, because, like, it's weird. Like, they might reject me. Like, no. Now is that moment where you get to go past that confidence and actually put yourself first. Invest in your own life. Like, how long are you going to keep on going on like this? It's too long already. The world needs you. The world needs you. Like, literally, this is my own war campaign. Like, where there's a spiritual revolution, just the same that there is a mainstream war out there. And guess what? The world needs you. There's like billions of people, right? And there's only like millions of people in service. We actually need real spiritual people out there. Or not even just spiritual people. We need people that are heart-centered, that actually give a fuck about somebody else, rather than having their own agenda, or rather than having somebody else's agenda, they don't even know where that freaking agenda comes, trying to penetrate other people. Instead, we're just open-hearted, allowing space for other people to be nurtured and to grow and to discover themselves, so that they can, once they discover themselves, they can share their own message wholeheartedly, fully expressed in the version of themselves. There is nothing more amazing. This is what my life is about, liberating the human soul. It is, and helping people fall in love with themselves. Like, I think you need to be like fully in love with yourself to be like a fully liberated soul, because, you need to do all the little bits. You need to fall in love with money. If you're a spiritual person, I have a lot of spiritual people come to me, they're like, I don't care about money. It's like, yeah, let's do some deep inner work on that, because you need it. And in order for you to be living your fullest expression, then you will need money, because the more money that you have, the more people that you can help, right? Like, we ain't martyrs. It's 2020. Like, there is so many ways that you can get what you need to get. So you don't need to be a martyr. Like, that is literally spiritually bypassing a whole lot of shit that's going on, right? So step up, step in, stop bypassing, and build the container so that you can hold whatever it is that you need to hold in this world, because the world needs you. You are medicine to other people. You literally are the pill that somebody needs to hear to help them radically fall in love with themselves. You might be the pill that they need to hear to help them discover their trauma that was hidden, that they needed to understand so that they could move on. You are literally the medicine that could prevent somebody from killing themselves. Like, do you understand how important you are? So rather than having all these reasons why you're not going to step in and do the work that are all about yourself. They're always about you. If you actually want to be in service and make a massive change in the world, think about the people that you need to serve. Think about the people that want you to serve them. They're waiting, legit waiting for you and your gifts to be out there so that they can literally buy them off you, right? People are literally waiting to give you money so that you can help them on their journey. Whatever it is, it might be that you're, like some of my clients, a dance teacher. It might be that you own a hotel. It might be that you have a yacht that you want to take people sailing on. It might be that you're an amazing shaman and you don't know how to get your message out there. It might be that you're an amazing health coach. It might be that you're in IT and you want to discover your life purpose. Whatever it is, it might be that you're a mum and you're a stay-at-home mum and you know that there's something else that you want to do and create in this world, but you don't know how to do it from home. Like, I know, I hear you, I get you. And there is always a way to doing what is on your soul. Like, this is your soul mission. This is why you've been given that mission, because it's your soul mission. And it will work out for you. Just get the right people in your container that you can share openly with, that you can feel safe to be vulnerable and to be seen and to be heard, but also those that will not allow you to stay in your wounded ego, not doing the things that you're meant to be doing. The people that are actually going to support you completely on this journey and hold you accountable in the most loving, softest way, right? I know I can come across as a total jerk on these things because I'm just like, mainstream, please, people. But with my clients, completely different, because they've stepped in. They've like made a commitment to themselves and to the world that they're going to choose something different than themselves. And then I just get to sit in my heart and help their journey be the most beautiful, amazing journey that you could ever imagine. Like, literally, oh my gosh, to fall back in love with yourself is the most amazing thing ever. Like, it is possible for you. It is literally possible for you, and there is nothing that will burst your heart open more than falling in love with yourself. Because when you realize that you don't need to go externally for any love, that it was always within you, and then you get to overflow it out to the rest of the world, that literally your enemies, you start looking at them like they're your soulmates. Like, hello, Buddha, that's amazing. I want to live in a world like that. And that's the work that we get to do together, where you literally look at every single person as a reflection of yourself in pure love. Just imagine that. Like, imagine that kind of world. Like, that's what we are doing as coaches. That's the work that we are doing. We're doing it. We're in a war here, and this is our work. Like, rather than going to war, we're going to the people to help you love from the inside out. Because if the world was fully in love with it, if every single human was in love with themselves, imagine the world we'd live in. People wouldn't be locked inside. People wouldn't be like told they can't breathe properly. People wouldn't be scared to express themselves. They'd be able to express fully at all times. They'd be able to share with their loved ones how they really feel. They'd be able to put that business out there that they really want to put out there. They'd be able to have the clarity and the connection to spirit, source, whatever it is that you believe in, to understand what their soul mission is. They'd be able to wake up every day feeling whole and complete. This is the world that is possible. This is what us coaches are doing. This is our soul mission, to help other people fall in love with themselves so they can live in the best world ever. So I hope that will give you a bit of confidence to jump straight in and reach out to a coach, because this is our life work. This is what we love doing more than anything in this world. And this is how we change the world. This is how we change the war from blowing shit up into blowing our hearts open with love and sharing that everywhere, right? Because love is the killer of everything bad, right? Love is the killer of everything bad. So that's your work. Your homework is to fall in love with yourself and to get the confidence to stand up for the things that really matter to you, and to reach out. I have just had a few clients finish up their programs, so I have got a few spaces open for a few new clients. So reach out. I am ready to take on some new clients. I don't take on everybody. It's got to be a fit for you and me, right? Like, we might have a conversation and just be like, Blythe, you know what? You're not my chick. But that's okay. I know a lot of friends, and I could potentially put you in touch with one of my other friends who's a coach, because many coaches have coaches as friends. It's just how it goes, right? Because we like to be kicked in the ass all the time and make sure that we're held to our highest all the time, as well as having our own coaches. So, yeah, if not me, then somebody else. If I don't resonate for you, but you want to coach, get in touch with me. I can put you in touch with one of my friends. But if I resonate for you and there's something within me that unlocks something within you, then reach out, because I'm a human activator. I am a human activator. This is my job. This is what I do. I activate people's subconscious and their conscious mind to come into alignment with whatever it is that you believe in, your higher self, so that you can live the life that you want to live. So if I'm one of those people that is activating for you in any way, it might be triggering as fuck listening to my stuff. That's still an activation, because some part of you is like firing up, right? So get in touch, DM me. I'm totally here for 2 more new clients, and I can't wait to serve you on a whole nother level and see your soul juice just overflowing and just spreading amazing resonance through the world of positive whatever it is that you're here to create. And whether it just be you falling in love with yourself and just expressing love, just love across the world, then that is the best medicine too. Or love within your family, or healing, whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I love you so very much, and I'm here for you if you're ready to step in and do some deep inner work and discover your life purpose, or whatever it is. Personal freedom coach. So wherever you're having blockages, that's what I can help you with. Okay, I love you so much, and I wish the best things for your life. Honestly, like from my heart, deepest parts of my heart, I wish so much happiness and joy and love for yourself first and foremost, so that you don't look externally to fill any voids, that you have filled all the voids within you with your own love, so then you can express to the world the way that you really want to express without caring what anybody else thinks about you. The sweet art of not giving a fuck. That's what I hope that you get to have and experience in this life, where the thoughts of judgment of others don't even come up, because you just don't care, because you're radically in love with yourself, right? So I hope that you experience that in this lifetime. It is priceless, and it's possible for you. So much love to your heart. I love people. Mwah.